Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. So today's video is all about creating a lovely ombre on your nails. Okay, so we're going to start off with the French ombre, which is the classic pink and white. You could also call it a baby boomer, which is going around at the moment. So these two colours that I use from Halo is called First Love, which is the pink, and the white, which is called Celeste. Now Celeste is one of their new colours that they've just brought out, which is really, really lovely. It's got a pearlescent to it as well. Here is my nail, and it's already been base coated with a gel base coat. And so we're going to start off by using the pink to begin with. I'm going to show you several different ways of creating the effect. Now, the first effect we're going to use is with a brush. So we're just going to start and put the colour on. So with this one, you only want the pink halfway up the nail, or 2/3 maybe, depending on how far you want the ombre to come down. So there's our first coat of the pink. Now while that's still wet, we're going to apply some of the white. And that obviously goes at the tip. Now just be careful not to get it into the pink too much, because otherwise you're going to have a lot of mess on the end of your white brush. Just gently push it into the middle. Now, using a fan brush like this one, okay, it's nice and soft. We're going to start at the top and we're going to brush sideways, very, very gently. And you can see the colours mix. Now we're going to do that. We're going to dry that, actually we're going to put it into our lamp so to cure, and we'll apply a second coat. Now this is the easiest way to create the ombre. However, if your brush is not very soft and it starts all clumping together, then it's going to turn out with quite a lot of lines on it. So you just want maybe a cotton round with some acetone on it, just to wipe it off, just so the brush doesn't get ruined and you create that really lovely style that you're trying to create. Here we go again. Let's apply a second coat of pink. Don't flood your nail, otherwise when you're trying to do your ombre or your fade, you'll just end up with a big mess. So just gently apply it like you would do with your gel polish anyway. And then we grab our brush, just make sure it's dry off with the acetone. Apply your white again to the top. Just gently manoeuvring that polish into place. Using your clean brush again that you've just cleaned it off, you can see it dries really, really quickly. And then again, just lightly brush. Let's just do a little bit more. There. I'm going to cure this again. As you can see, we're creating that really nice colour fade. Clean off your brush. Here it is. This is after 2 coats. Now if you would like it just to show up a little bit more, then obviously go ahead with 3, but usually I would just do 2, but I'm just going to do the 3rd one because so it can show up on the camera a little bit more. because obviously they are quite pale colours. So if I just add this third colour, you'll see it a bit better, but generally just do 2. There goes the pink. I'm just going to add the white. This technique will also work if you're using just normal nail lacquer too. Okay, here comes the brush again, clean and dry, and just gently over the top. There we go. I'm just going to put that into cure again for another 30 seconds. Okay, so the nail now has had its top coat put on, and this is a non-wipe top coat, so I haven't had to use the wipe off that I've been using before. Now if you look at it very, very carefully, I'm going to see if that will focus on it. Because I've been using a brush, you can gently see the brush strokes, okay? They are super, super faint, but if you didn't have a good quality brush, or your brush hasn't been cleaned, you will have big lines left into your nail. Now I find this super, super easy and quite quick if you're looking for that kind of effect. So that is one way, okay, of using a fan brush to create an ombre. We will bring back the fan brush later on, but for now we're going to try out a different technique using one of these sponges. Now you can buy them obviously from, you can buy them online, you can buy them from makeup stores, but they are very, very soft, like a makeup sponge, sorry, would be. Okay, and here is another nail which has already been base coated. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually paint the polish onto the sponge itself, sorry. And then we're going to apply it to the nail. So we're going to start off again with the pink. You will need quite a lot of polish on your sponge because obviously it will soak up a little bit. Okay, so what I generally do is put the nail next to the sponge and then just create where you would like the pink to go. As I say, you might have to put a bit on because of the sponge soaking up. Now, on that same sponge, you are going to apply the white. So again, you're just going to lay it next to that pink. Okay. Once we've got the colours on our brush, here is our nail, and we're just going to dab it on. Make sure you get it up the right way first. As you can see, you can't see the colours as well as you would have if you were using a fan. I don't prefer to do it this way because I think you do waste quite a lot of your colour. Now this is just, I've just added some more pink and you're still not getting that colour coming through. And if I squeeze the brush, the sponge, sorry, you'll see all of that wastage, as you know me, don't like waste, is in that brush. You can see it all, but maybe if you dab harder, you're still not getting it onto your nail. So you'd end up doing quite a lot of coats, especially with lighter colours. We will try it again later. We're not giving up on it. We will try it with darker colours to see, to see how much it works. But for me, doing an ombre, you are going to need lots and lots of coats. Look, it's not even. made, let's get rid of that, a difference at all, even though we've put lots of coats on. You can see it's just not happening. So we're going to put this to one side, and I'm going to just wipe that off so we can use it again. Okay. The next technique we're going to try is one using a smaller brush like this. Okay, so we're going to apply the, oh, there's a bit of glitter on there, look. We're going to apply the pink at the bottom. And then white again at the top. Now, using this smaller brush, we're just going to gently move the colours together. Just very, very gently moving that polish around to take that fine line out, just so that you're mixing the colours very, very carefully. Okay, now it's not as neat as you would do with the other fan brush. However, we are going to do a second coat. So that's going to go in to cure now for 30 seconds. Okay, it's just come out of the lamp now, and we're going to add that second coat, starting at the bottom again. Adding that white to the top. And using that small brush again, just gently bring the two colours together. Does take a little bit more time because you're trying to get rid of all the patches and that you've created. Now that's with two coats on it. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, but what I would suggest is make sure that the brushes that you have are going to do the job properly, because it's just a little bit thick down that edge. Because otherwise your nails are going to look really up close, they're going to look really messy. So just try and get that fade out. I mean, it does look better with the second coats on, but I definitely think that doing it with the fan brush is a lot easier. So it's taken me quite a long time just to get those colours mixed and not looking too patchy. Now I am going to top coat it, and we'll revisit it in a minute once it's done. Okay, for this next nail we're going to go back to using the fan brush. Okay, and we're going to try using several different shades of pink. Now I've got the neon pink, I've got the bubblegum pink, and I've got one called Mimi. And as you can't really see from in the camera, they are all slightly different shades of the pink. Now, it's entirely up to you which way you do. You could do from dark to light or light to dark. We're going to start at the bottom with the light colour. And the lightest colour out of the three is Mimi. I'm going to start at the bottom, okay, and just divide your nail up into thirds. We are going to do several coats. There's Mimi. This one obviously is the bubblegum pink. And on the top, we're going to put the neon pink. Okay, so now the colours are on there, I'm going to use my brush and we're going to mix them all together. Trying to do it so I can show you on the camera, but it's quite tricky. Okay, here we go. So just gently moving that brush backwards and forwards, mixing those colours really gently. Okay, you can already see it's starting to create that fade effect. We're going to put that in now into the lamp for 30 seconds. Make sure you're cleaning that brush off, especially using the colours that we are. If you're using acetone to clean off your brush, it really doesn't take that long. Just clean it off. And it will, you could even get another round if you want, just to dry it off a little bit, but it really doesn't take that long to dry off. Okay, so the nail's out of the lamp and we're going to do that second coat. That one goes the Mimi colour at the bottom. Taking it a third of the way up the nail. And get a nice clean edge at the bottom where the cuticle would be. Here goes for the bubblegum pink. Just gently putting it on onto the nail. And then obviously the neon pink. I love this neon pink. You might wonder why I don't have nail polish on myself. I have strengthener on there at the moment. I'm just letting my nails breathe for a little while. I've had polish on them for quite a while, and I just feel that at the moment they just need a little bit of growing time and healing time, and so that they will be polished soon though. Right, and here we go. We're taking that brush back again and just gently moving polish around to create that lovely effect. Try and get it even. And there you can see that really lovely fade in effect. So you've got the bright pink at the top and it's going down in colours. It doesn't really show up too well on the camera, but I can assure you, there you go, that it looks really, really lovely. And because we've used a really soft brush, you can barely see any of the brush strokes. So I'm going to put this in now to dry and then put a top coat on it. Oh, actually, you know what we'll do? Before we top coat, we're going to put, we'll put a sparkle top on it, but it needs to dry first. Okay, we're going to use, for the top coat, or just to finish off the nail, it's got a sparkle in it, but it's called Party Popper, and it's got lots of different pigments in it, lots of different colours, and it should look really, really nice. Let's just try. Start at the bottom, and all the way up with some purples, some greens, and some blues. And there, that looks really great. I really like that. Got a really lovely nail that you could have, especially going on holiday or a night out. I might do that on myself later on. Looks good. Okay, so we're going to just go back to using the sponge just to see if we can get that that effect to work using brighter colours. Now, I'm just going to use the same sponge, but we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to just use a mint green and the neon green. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too sure. I've not mixed these colours before together, so we'll see what it turns out like. But yeah, just using a darker colour, we'll see how it goes. But I am just very aware that a lot of the paint is going into the sponge, not onto your nail. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's just turn the nail around. Yeah, so here we go. Now, that has worked a lot better using the darker colours, and actually the mint green and the neon green doesn't look too shabby. Maybe not dab too much because you take more off, but we'll put a second coat on, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're just going to go for that second coat now. Let's put that mint green on. And the neon green. Make sure you get the colours matched up. That does look alright. It would look nice with that Party Popper over the top as well. As you can see, using the sponge, yeah, it's done a lot better than we did using the really faint colours. So maybe that's the trick, okay, when you're using it, maybe the fan is better off using for lighter colours, and using your sponge is better for when you've got darker colours. I have tried this technique before, so I did know what the outcome was going to be, and that's generally why I tend to prefer using the fan brush when I'm creating the ombres, purely because the sponge works, but especially if you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend you using the brush. I'm just going to top coat this now. I'll have a look at what we've done. Okay, so here we are with the 4 nails that we did today. Remember we did the lighter colours with the sponge, but actually that didn't work too great. So here are the ones that did work and that were successful for us today. This one we used with the small brush, okay, creating those small movements just to mix those colours together and blend them together and stuff. So that was that one. This one we used the sponge, and actually now it's come out of the lamp, it does look really nice. It's come out really well, and I think if you put another coat on top and build the colour up, you would end up with that really nice ombre colour. We're using the darker colours. My only thing is I think you would use quite a lot of polish, but then again that's your preference on how you would do it. And these two we've used that fan brush that you can get, this one's just drying out now, that you can buy from the online shops. You can buy from craft stores, you can buy from salon supply stores. So you know, get yourself a nice fan brush if you're beginners, you know, and just have a practice, have a go. It's really, really easy. But thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please really like and subscribe and share my videos, and I'll be popping another one up very, very soon. Thank you, bye.